Okay, I'm gonna have to add a second video to this because somehow I locked my phone. Um, but here it is. Now you can kind of see what it looks like on top because I got it just a little bit closer. Don't mind the messy toolbox. Every man should have one, or woman. So I got all those folded up, and basically what we're going to do now is we're going to run through and tack them. So I'll probably start on the side that you can see the best. Okay, we'll take one, open up my tack nails. Okay. They're all nice and crispy clean folded. Okay. So, okay, that one's not quite, there you go. Any of them where you see that a staple's too far back, when you're done, you could go ahead and pull those staples out because it will be tacked and held in place by, well, if I hold it in place, by these. So you don't want to put one right in the corner, like off the start, because you're going to want to use one tack to hold the corners together. So I mean, look how beautiful that looks. And that's reusing. So, as my wife would say, I'm recycling and reusing. Okay with that. Put these down there. Okay, so now we're going to keep on going. And you don't have to keep it all in one place at the same time. This is the section that you're working on because it's going to be flappy around anyways. And if you try to fight with it while you're working on it, it's just going to anger you. And you don't want that. Because then you won't enjoy what you're doing. Yeah. So each side actually gets about 5 of these thumbtacks. Or tack nails. Or furniture nail. Whatever you'd like to call them. There we go. But I think I have enough to get 7 on each one. Okay, now for the fun one. The fun one. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and tack this corner. Okay. So I'm going to cut that little edge off. And that's the part about the front. You can actually get rid of the frays on these. It doesn't really matter on this because you're going to end up chopping this one about in half because they're not quite long enough to make it all the way to the other end. I bet if I would have cut it long ways, it would have been fine, but then it would have been too short for the sides. Whoa, 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 get back here. There we go. Okay, let's see. I'm probably going to end up cutting it right about right here. Okay, so now I'm going to put one tack midway. And I'm trying to get it just to grab just enough of the felt or velvet, whatever. That way, because I have 2 staples that I need to pull in the end. One here and one here. Okay, let's grab another one. Once again, going to have to cut off the frayed end here because you're not going to want that on there. You want a nice clean edge when you match these 2 together. It's not the one you want to use. So, in the previous video, I was telling you, before I somehow locked my phone, you want to try to get them as close as you possibly can. And width-wise. So, that one that I just had in my hand before I tried it out, it's just a smidge smaller, so you'd be able to see the seam. But the cool thing about this is when you do it the way I'm doing it here, you just take your tack, put it in there like so, right with the two seams together. You want about midway between the two, so offset it. And voila. I mean, you'll be able to see the seam, of course, but nobody else will. Okay, so now, put one midway. And if you do have any of your material that sticks out at the end, you can just take, I use my pocket knife and just tuck it back under there and make sure it gets under there far enough. And you can actually take any kind of super glue. I wouldn't use wood glue. Super glue. And just kind of put it on it could be a toothpick. I don't know if a cotton swab would be too thick. I'd probably be too thick. But if you use a toothpick and just kind of make it to where it sticks to the bottom of this leather strap, it won't come out again. I haven't had that issue yet. Man, that's a beefy. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to cut this one. I'm going to leave this one just a little bit longer. That way if I need to adjust for the outside here, I'll be okay. Now, this one, you can actually take and go, and you don't need to cut the fray off, because the fray's not going to matter, because you're not going to be able to see it. Oh wait, yeah you are, because I didn't cut it long enough. Okay, so that's okay, because these are longer anyway, so you can go ahead and cut the fray off and give yourself a solid line. Let's make sure that the bottom one, when I get down to it, is cut evenly. So now this is where you would want to tack your two corners together. Once again, you'll be able to see the seam, nobody else will. So don't beat yourself up trying to hide it. I've done that on my first one. But after 45 minutes of messing with it, I hit it all right. But was still not happy with the progress or the product. So I had to tear it back up and redo it again, and you know. And another thing is I really don't try to. If you make an accidental hole, it will seal itself back up over time. It's not gonna hurt none. As long as you don't drive that thumbtack nail, whatever they are, furniture nail, down into the leather, you'll be alright. Because the head on it will score. Hey, get back up there. It will score the leather, and it will not go away. See, I have one more staple out here that needs to come out, but that's okay. No, I'm not really biggie. The whole purpose for the staples is to hold this in place. Hey, get back up in there. Pushed so hard it stuck to my thumb. Okay, now for the back strip here, this one ought to be a little fun. I don't know yet. Okay, so we're going to start on this side so we can see what we got going on here. You can see that a little bitty bit right there. We're going to try to tuck it. Okay. All right, so Okay. This isn't quite wide enough, so I'm gonna have to refold this one just a little bit. Because the back has all the, we're gonna call it plumpiness. It's where the material is bunched up in certain spots because of pulling this tight. So we're just gonna give this a little bit extra oomph. Man, I'm really liking this leather off of this chair. I mean, I can actually still re-pinch it and stuff, and where I had pinched it before, it's not leaving a permanent mark or anything. So I really like that. I wish all of it was that way. It wasn't though. Okay, let's try lining it up again and see what we got. I come to the back of the chair. Okay. Oh, I see what that is. Okay. All right. I need to tuck that underneath. Bring it down just a little bit. And then take this one up. Like so. Oh yeah, that's nice. Okay. Took me a second to get that one lined up. Tack. And it's always in the back that I have to do the tucking and the super glue because, like I said, it's where I've got it bunched up to get rid of all the wrinkles and creases in the material already from where I made it tight. So how this one's going to work for me is I'm going to go ahead and just a little bit. Oh, what? That's an old one. We'll go ahead and tack the far end. And that way I can manipulate the middle. Okay. Now it's just free game. I can put these where I need them. And like I said, I haven't been doing these uniformly because my wife's not keeping these, so there's no importance to it. I was making them look nice, that's all. All right, the back one always. Come on now. And these are tiny too, so I can't really like hold them. So. I'm going into a crevice or a nail hole that was already prior. Okay, getting there. The ones that are down here on the bottom, I'm just trying to pull it down a little bit to cover up the old nail holes. So basically, beautiful. Okay. I'll do, don't worry about that one. Come around the camera. I'm going to put one here. One here. The old chair had 30 of these little furniture nails in it. I'm only putting, I think it's 6 to each side. I don't remember what the other ones were. Not including the corners though, because the corners don't. Those are shared. Okay, so I have just the right amount. Look at me go. Oh, and I adjusted this to where I didn't have to pull any staples. Okay, and now the front. Put one here. The reason that I want the front secured so much because that's the one you slide on and off of. I don't want that one to come loose. Okay, the last two, and they'll go close by. So one here, this will help hide that seam a little bit more. Just by holding it in place. And look at that, last one. Okay, there she is. I mean, like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Not too bad. Oh, there's a staple. I did have one staple that I didn't adjust, and it was this staple right here. Which is no biggie, because I can always come back and pull those just to make sure that... Oh, my wife's got my pliers. Okay, I'll just use a pair of adjustables. All right, there you go. Now no one's gonna be sitting on any staples, and it's good and done. Looks nice. At least I think it does. So, just to recap, I peeled off the old leather. I took all the staples and nails out of the old stuff and the little bitty, I don't know what those nails are called, I'm gonna call them little cut nails. And you see me put the rest of it all together, and it looks pretty good, man. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and hope you got some kicks and laughs out of some of the stuff that I've done, like trip on my own foot. So until next time, man, thanks for watching. Have a good one.